Hey guys, if you're a patron or a part of the LOLA community, please just listen to at least the first 60 seconds of this. I'm going to keep it quick and then I'm going to go into further detail of all the things I said, but it's really important you guys know about our Patreon changes. So, pretty much TLDR, we are going to revamp our Patreon and kind of kill a lot of things. And this is the reason why. Um, I don't feel comfortable promising you guys rewards knowing that most of you guys won't collect the rewards and depending on that to make it sustainable. It just doesn't feel right. Second, I'm not really able to give enough. I'm going to have to cut some time that I put into growing Lola and taking care of it, taking care of the podcast, and therefore I just don't feel comfortable asking for more money to help expand Lola. It just does not feel right with me. Uh, when it comes to the rewards, we're gonna still stick with the simple stuff like the Discord privileges, and the Lola tag in game. But as for things that require a lot more time from us, we just probably and a lot more coordination with us, we probably can't keep that sustainable. The last thing I want to point out is if you do want help, like replay reviews is a common thing, like we will do that. Just come ask us and we'll do that upon request. Whether you're a patron or not, we will probably prioritize patrons. But that being said, those kind of things or anything like even coming onto the podcast as a guest, let us know and we can talk about that. And yeah, we're just not going to make that an absolute thing that's on our Patreon rewards. Okay, thanks for listening to the first, I hope it was 60 seconds. It might have been a little over. Now, I'm going to dive a little deeper if you're curious on why we're doing this and just a little update on what's going on with Lola. So, biggest thing is my life got busier. If you don't know, I'm going to try to keep this short. If you don't know, I quit my job in October. I used to be an engineer. I quit that and started doing podcasts and content creation full time. And my goal is to, see if I can do podcasting full time, see if I can get into the gaming industry, see if I can get into the esports industry. A lot of progress has been made on that. It's really exciting. I'm now volunteering with an organization called Gangstars. They're an esports organization. I'm a community manager there, helping with the mobile game Vainglory. I've been applying to a lot of the LCS teams and trying to get jobs with them and had a few interviews, so that's been really promising. And nothing has sealed the deal yet, but pretty much things in my real life are just super, super important. And focusing on my career is probably the most important thing. I'm relying on my wife's income, and financially we're okay. We've planned for this. This wasn't a reckless decision, but I really need to buckle down in figuring out my future. So Lola, honestly, for my career, is something that I should just drop out and not spend any time on. That being said, Lola is my baby. I care about you guys, and I just cannot let this community go. I can't let this podcast go. Some weeks are easier than others, but I just can't do it, and I don't want to do it. Like, I love you guys. You guys are awesome. We built so much together, and oh my gosh, like, we're seeing so much progress. I just cannot let it die, and I don't want to let it die. So that being said, I need to cut my time away from Lola a bit. I cannot focus on spending the 20 hours a week probably that I do on Lola, anywhere between 5 to 20 hours. Like, that's what I spend on doing Lola. And a lot of that has been trying to grow it, and what I've decided with the staff of Lola, the Lola team, is that we're going to go back to the grassroots and just focus on what community we have. Like, we're going to make content that you guys want, that's fueled by you guys. We're going to be focusing on community games and playing with our community. And we're not going to be focused on so much like upping our social media game so we can get more users, and working on our Patreon so we can make more money, so we can pay people to do video editing. These kind of things have been great and we've seen success in it, but really it takes so much time to do this stuff and to create social media posts and smaller videos, and even making sure our videos on YouTube like look nicer with better audio and audio editing and video editing, and creating content on our YouTube channel when it comes to, champion guides and some other ideas that we've tried to work on that haven't had so much success just because time and commitment and resources. It's just really hard. So we're going to go back to our grassroots and just focus on community. And I honestly believe that if we focus on the community and we take care of our community will grow itself. You guys will invite your friends to come to community games. They'll listen to the podcast. That's just how it kind of happens. But that being said, again, I'm not really focusing on growth anymore. I just want to make sure we have a healthy community and people are having fun and people are learning, people are being entertained. Yeah, back to our grassroots and how we've grown to the way we've grown and how we have an awesome community because of those reasons. So because of that, Lola is now really, again, just a hobby for me, a passion project, a thing that I care about, dear and dear to my heart, but not really something that I'm using to build my resume anymore. So I need to continue building my resume elsewhere. The future of Lola, I've kind of mentioned. So yeah, with Patreon, with Patreon, we're gonna just be bare bones. If we can't make enough money to continue funding what we're doing, because hosting costs and paying my audio editor and paying video editors, it costs money. I have ways to go leaner. There's been some new products that have come out when it comes to like hosting podcasts that are for free and ways to edit that will take less time, and we can just cut things like the Lola Plays montages that we pay for. There are ways that I can make the podcast leaner, and that will be done if we need to, because again, I'm relying on my wife's income to fund this now and Patreon, and if it comes down to it, like, I really can't sacrifice much more finances to Lola from my own pocket, and luckily with the community's help we have been able to fund it to the way it's been funded. So that being said, I know that there are some of you that are super, super generous, that continue supporting us, asking for nothing in return. I really appreciate that, and I know that there's going to be people out there like that. And if there's less of you guys, that's perfectly fine. I don't think we deserve a penny from you guys. I really don't. So you guys giving us $1, $5, some of you being ridiculously generous with $45. We've had a donator like that. Thank you so much. You guys are going to keep it going, and we're going to do our best to keep it going. And if I can't finance it, we're going to cut it down to like being a free podcast where like we don't put any monetary value into like upping the quality, and that'll be fine. It'll work, and it won't be like crappy quality where you guys think we're in a tin can when we're recording. It's not going to be like that. We will manage. I'll figure things out. Don't stress about it. I'm not making this video so you guys feel sorry and start donating more. No. But if you're donating expecting rewards, don't feel guilty at all cutting that, because we're not giving you what we promised you. And again, like, I just don't have the time, and the staff just doesn't have the time to continue making our Patreon like very legit. And I've been feeling guilty about it, where we've been doing what we needed to do with Patreon, but it's just like I'm not happy with the quality of our Patreon rewards. I'm not happy with the quality of our rewards that are collected fully. And I just don't feel comfortable asking for money with Patreon. So if you guys want to support us on Patreon, thank you so much, because you guys are doing it out of pure generosity, because you're not getting much from it. So I think that's all I have to say. If you guys are, I guess I'll plug myself a little bit. If you're interested in like what I've talked about with my life, like what's going on, I vlog it a lot on my phone. So my Instagram and like Snapchat a little bit, and Twitter, like go check me out there. And there's my personal YouTube channel where I talk a lot about this stuff. Probably that's where I talk a lot about what endeavors that I'm succeeding in, failing in, my ideas, and me even ranting about Lola or I the Watchers or just other projects that I'm doing. If you're interested in that, check that out. But thank you so much for listening. If you've listened to this far, if you've listened to the first 6 seconds, whatever, thank you so much for your attention. Thank you so much for the support that you've given us to grow Lola to. I mean, we get like 1,600 downloads a week from our episodes, and then people are watching us on Twitch. People are on Discord. Like, the community has grown so much, and it's ridiculous. Like, I think you guys think that we are like celebrities, And like seriously, we're not. We're just normal people that just end up putting a little extra time in their week to create a community, create a podcast, and talk about things and hang out with you guys. Like we're totally approachable. Talk to us on Discord, PM us, whatever. Thank you so much again for anyone that's listened, downloaded, shared, liked anything that we put out. And a special thanks to all of our patrons that supported us this far. And if you decide that you don't have the money or it's not worth putting money into, like I totally understand that. Continue coming under Discord and playing with us. Continue listening to the podcast, sharing our podcast. It's perfectly fine. Thank you guys so much. See ya.